everyone. So it does look like I have gone live, which is great. So I'm Laura from Angelwood Therapies and Training, and welcome to 31 Days of Yoga. So happy New Year. Excuse me, my voice seems to have gone at the moment. So the idea of 31 days of yoga is that each day I'm going to just take you through one individual pose, yoga pose, so you can get more familiar and comfortable with them. I'll show various ways in which they can be adapted as well. And just to help you develop your practice, if that's something that you want to do, or just to help inform really of the poses, yoga, its potential benefits and all the rest of it. So I thought it would be nice to start the first day, the new year, off with a live. So hello everyone. It might still be fairly early for you, being as it was New Year's Eve and it's the 1st of January today. So apologies. Obviously this will be kept on so you can watch it afterwards as well at any point in the day. So you are welcome to join in and have a go. If you already practice yoga, then this is maybe something that you might just want to build into your yoga practice as the month goes on, just to help you reconnect with a pose on a deeper level. If you're doing quite a quicker paced or a flow-based yoga session, then sometimes it can be quite difficult to actually get the time to spend to connect with each pose and ensure that we're doing it correctly, or doing it in the correct way for our bodies as well, because everybody is different, and it's also being able to connect with that and make sure. So I thought I'd start that off. So today I'm going to go back to my mat, and just bear with me. So we're going to take it nice and easy. So we're going to start today off with Tadasana, which is also known as mountain pose. So this pose is our basis of yoga in terms of finding our alignment and our correct way of supporting our body. And in fact, this mountain pose is a pose that is used by sort of body workers to help assess someone's alignment, to see where there might be areas of imbalance, to help maybe sort of correct and work with that. So if you are finding that it's quite uncomfortable, or you're struggling to get into this pose in a way that feels like you're in alignment based on what I'm saying, and you do have ongoing problems with musculoskeletal, etc., then it might definitely be worth seeking out a professional to see if you do need any extra support with that as well. Obviously, as I said, everybody's body is different, so what I'm doing here and the poses that I do throughout the month will always look slightly different to everybody else anyway, and that's quite normal. But as I'm talking through the prompts and the cues, then obviously it's just supporting that. If you do have an existing condition already and you're aware that you've got maybe mobility restrictions or postural conditions that mean that your body doesn't move in that way already, then that is absolutely fine. It's just about adapting it in the best way to support your body instead. So Tadasana is our basic sort of standing pose. It's also known as the mountain pose. And so what we do is I'm just going to encourage you, maybe just have a bit of a walk on the spot, loosen up your body a little bit, just so again you can just get a little bit more aware. And then when you're ready, you can just stand with your feet hip width apart. Okay, so your toes, so your feet are going to be fully grounded. So what we tend to say in yoga is the four corners of your feet, so the balls and the heels each side, are nicely grounded and rooted to the floor. Your toes should actually be able to, when you're in the pose correctly, be able to lift off the mat, and you should still be completely stable. So we're not putting the weight into our toes of our feet, it's actually balanced throughout our feet. So about hip width apart, toes pointing straight forward in the direction that our hips and our shoulders and our head is facing. Then we just have a very, very soft, gentle, what we call sort of micro bend within the knee. And within any pose, we don't want to completely lock the knees, because this is what could cause injury. So although we want to keep the legs nice and straight on the whole, we don't want the knees completely locked. And as I said, that is the same with any pose as well. So you just have that nice, gentle micro bend within the knees. And then when we get to our pelvis, our hips again, they should be pointing forward equally. So you should feel quite balanced, not one hip more forward than the other. And then we should feel that there's quite nice alignment between our hips towards back of our knee and also our ankle as well. And what we do in yoga is we tuck or pull in something called our bandhas. So we've got one at the base of our spine around our perineum, and we just pull that up. So we hold it in. We also have one around our belly button, our navel, and we tuck that in towards our spine as well. So we're bringing ourselves up, we're elongating our spine as we do that. We relax our shoulders back, and we just gently tuck our chin as well. So all of this part of our body is helping our spine to feel elongated, and also for us to feel nice and controlled and balanced. Our centre of gravity is engaged, our core is engaged. And again, we just got that nice strong pose. And we should also feel that, imagine that we've got a piece of string attached to the crown of our head, pulling us up. And so again, that is bringing that alignment and that length into our spine. And then our hands just simply, palms facing open, facing forward. And then you just breathe into the pose. So it is a nice and simple one. But actually, I think in terms of our days and lifestyles now and the jobs that we do, it's not very often that we support our bodies in correct alignment. So this is a really good pose just to re-engage that. And it is also said that even just spending maybe an hour a day in this pose could have just as much of a benefit as a workout. It is generally quite a relaxed pose. Our shoulders are relaxed, so almost like our shoulder blades are trying to not completely touch, but they're closer together than normal. For women, it does feel like we're sort of sticking out our bust a little bit. But again, it's pulling our shoulders away from our ears. And again, as I said, tucking our chin, and we're just looking, our gaze is just generally just straight, diagonally straight ahead of us. So just spend a little bit of time finding this pose, connecting with how it feels in our body. If any areas do feel a bit uncomfortable, again, if your posture is something that maybe hasn't been supported for a while and due to maybe work, etc. I mean, desk jobs, driving jobs, physical jobs, all takes its toll on the body in different ways. And so if this feels a little bit unnatural to begin with, or if you are noticing areas within your body that it does feel difficult to hold maybe a bit tighter, then it might be telling you that certain muscles are much more constricted because of lifestyle. And then it's actually going to take a little bit of time to relax and to remind our body about what correct alignment feels like. So a nice easy pose for us to start off with. If you've got any questions, let me know. You can contact me at laura@angel-wood.co.uk. Go onto my website, www.angel-wood.co.uk. Also, I do have a yoga subscription. I do have Zoom classes available, so please keep an eye out from that, including gentle, vinyasa, yin yoga, restorative, nidra, and also relaxation and meditation sessions. And I do 4 classes a week that can be attended through Zoom. Also, they're recorded and go onto a system. And so I do have this lovely Angelwood Yoga subscription, which is just $19.99 a month for you to have access to all of those classes weekly, which you can go back to and access at any time. So if you'd like any more information, please contact me, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow when we go on to our second pose.